Good morning, everybody. Let me get all of this set up. There we go. There I am. How's everybody doing this morning? Hope everybody's having a good morning so far. This morning we're going to do this really cute retro Halloween van. I call it a spooky van. Retro van. It's so cute though. Again, this is a hand cut. Good morning, Melissa. It's a hand cut. The image was purchased from a little thing on Etsy, or a company on Etsy that had a bunch of clip art that I've used for this whole week. So today we're going to create this van. Tomorrow we have a peace sign and then a skull on Saturday. Saturday and Sunday will be pre-recorded so that I have family time. And so those will be posted at 10 a.m. just like I've been doing all this week. And yeah, so it's been so much fun. I can't believe it's already all a week into October. Hi, Deborah. So this morning I have the van, and we're going to kind of do it in two steps. I'm going to talk about what I would do first on this van, and then we'll finish it up so that you guys can kind of know what's going on. So you can see I've sketched into my van. I just used, I actually took this and I made a copy of it, and then I kind of cut it out. And all I did was cut out this basic like V shape along with the windshield. And then I just traced using that. You can use a projector if you have one. And I just usually try to use the easiest. Sometimes it's easier for me just to cut it out and do it that way than it is to get the projector out, set it all up, get it connected to your phone. So I do use a lot of like these images. I already have them drawn, so it's just easy to print them out or copy them. So let's take a look at the van and let's think about our image and what we would do first so that we can work smarter, not harder, right? So I know I've got good morning, Christine. I know I have to do certain sections in order for them to show some dimension. And so I want to work where I can do maybe little ones first and then come back and do the second set of like the second ones. And then I can just finish it up. All right. So one way that we can do that is work on some of these steps and then make some transfers. And then when I come back to do the last steps, I can just stick those transfers on. And that's what we're going to do today. So I think working on the windshield and then doing this part of the van will be beneficial. I can also do the tires down here because there's a bumper that is in between those. So I can work on the windshield, I can work on this part of the van, and I can work on the tires. You also could see how the van has this like line on the top? You can either divide that into two sections, or you can do the one. I'm just going to do it as one section at the top, and then I'm just going to put a line, like run a line over it. So that might be the one thing we can't do today. But if you wanted to, you could definitely do the bigger part and then the bumper and come back and do all the three. There's not a right or wrong way. I just always try to think about, give myself a little bit of time to think about what I want to do with the cookie before I kind of get started. So I'm going to outline this windshield and I'm choosing white. So I'm just going to go in. This white is cut very big. I don't know where my detail glaze is. I'm around here somewhere. By this point in time of the week, there is just bags of icing laying everywhere. I don't know if anybody else is this way, but Thursday and Friday are usually my like package / put everything away days. So Thursday mornings when I walk in my workroom, I'm like, whew, you need to get organized or else your brain is going to explode. So today is package day for the orders this week, and then getting things cleaned up and organized and icing rebagged if it needs to be, all the things, right? All right, so I'm just going to leave that And then I'm gonna do purple for the bigger part of this. I do have the detail glaze for this, so I will use it to outline. You don't have to. Like I said, I just use it when I have it. If I have it, I'm going to go ahead and use it to outline. It helps me make points. So that little point right there, detail glaze will help you keep that point. If you use regular glaze, it doesn't really like to make points or sharp corners. So it would have a hard time keeping these little corners, things like that, sharp. Okay. Are you guys enjoying the 31 days? This is always my favorite time. This and the Christmas. I love Christmas. And I don't know what I'm going to do this year for Christmas because I really enjoyed doing all the fun Santas that we did, that I did last year. I just did a Santa every single day. And I know I can't do that again. I mean, I could, but so I'm trying to think about what I want to do. I think maybe ornaments. I thought either like 12 days of ornaments. I thought would be cute because you could just use one ornament or just a few different ones. Wouldn't have to really have to purchase anything. Oh, good. Thanks, Christine. Thought about 12 days of like Christmas trees because that would be cute too. You could do all sorts of different Christmas trees, all different colored Christmas trees. Oh yeah, snowman, that would be cute. I'll have to look. I think I like the ornament idea. I keep coming back to that when I'm kind of starting to plan. I keep coming back to that one. So, all right. So then you can also do the wheels because the wheels are not touching anything. So this is detail glaze that I'm using right now. So these wheels are going to be kind of textured, and I'm okay with that because they're wheels, right? They're supposed to be textured. Not too concerned with, them being smooth, right? Because they're wheels. So I'm just putting my bags. If you guys are ever wondering what I'm doing, I just take my bags when I'm done with them and I put the little quilting clips. If you've ever used those are amazing. Um, I use them and I just put my bags back and then they just kind of set in this rolly bin, oh, rolly cart. You know, the things that you can get at like Michael's and they're literally everywhere and they have like 3 tiers. I just keep all my icing on there and anything I might use, like paper towels, lots of paper towels. All right. So these are my tires. Again, I don't really care that they're textured. If I wanted to, I could even run a couple lines down the middle of them just by touching on them, and they would look more like tires. You can kind of see that a little bit. One thing I also was going to do, these have little review mirrors that are spider webs, which are so cute. But I'm going to go ahead and use marker to draw like where I want them to go, so that I don't have to worry about using icing for that little line. I can just use a marker. And then I would let this set for a couple hours or however long you want to let it set for. I don't think that there's really anything that's going to crater. So this would be the next step. I did go ahead and flood the bumper this morning. So I did this yesterday and then this morning because I wanted to make sure I could put the grill on it, the little grill. I did make some transfers, so let's talk about those too. They look kind of funny. This is the rearview mirror. It's going to hang here. And these are the 2 lights. These are the 2 spider web rearview mirrors. Hopefully they kind of show up. I don't know if you can kind of see them. See those spider webs? Oh, let's do that. Okay. So rearview mirror, spider web. These are the 2 lights that are going to kind of hang. And then these are going to be up here with the 2 lights. Up kind of in that purple part. And then my bat. My bat. I love that. I know y'all have probably seen that little girl that's on. It was so long ago. She's probably almost an adult now. she says, "I love friggin' bats. It's Halloween." I love that little girl. Her little voice is so cute. Friggin' bats. Love it. So this is the license plate. So I'm gonna write the word boo on there, and I'm gonna write that on after I put it on. I almost started to do it this morning, and then I thought, well, you're not gonna be able to kind of like push it on or put it on if you write it on there now. So I, again, to make these transfers, I literally just took a piece of parchment paper and slid this image underneath of it, and then I just piped on to match those things. Now the bat I didn't because I already have a bat transfer sheet that I printed from Barefoot Baker. But I just use this image underneath of here to pipe these on, and then I just let them dry. Okay. Again, my voice sounds like a frog. So let me take a little small drink. Okay. The reason I let this dry overnight was because I do want to give it some tint. So I want to make it look like a windshield. So I'm just going to kind of put some blue marker in there. And then I'm going to take some water on a paintbrush, just a little bit. And I'm basically going to kind of paint that windshield. Nothing really crazy. Just kind of gives it a little blue tint. That way it somewhat resembles a windshield. If you really want to get fancy, you can get fancy and like, you know, do shading and all of that. I know it's not really showing up, but it is blue. I use my markers like that a lot. It just adds a simple thing. The only thing is you just have to make sure that it's dry. So if you were worried about that and cratering, then you can always paint it the next day after you get the whole cookie done. You don't have to do it right now. There's nothing that says, oh, you have to do it right now. So you could do these in those 2-hour steps and then come back the next day and just hand paint. And you can really hand paint anything to give it more dimension and more look, right? So we're going to use kind of our peachy color. Did I decide that? Or did I decide yellow? I can't remember which one I decided. I think I said the peachy color, and I was going to do the yellow for the top of the top of that. Okay. So, and then we get to put on all of our stuff. All right, so we're going to use that detail glaze, and I'm honestly just going to go ahead and go up for the whole van. The whole shebang. Okay. Whole van. And then I think I'm going to use the peach to do this part. I might use the lavender, but I think I might use the peach to do the grill in the front of the bumper. The bumper, I just used orange or pumpkin. I think it's pumpkin. That's what Sugar Art calls one of their oranges. They have orange, but then they also have pumpkin. And I used pumpkin because it looks a little bit darker. All right. We're going to flood our van, the top of our van. These fun retro colors. The only thing I wish I would have done is, and I guess I could do it up on the top here. I wish I would have put one of those stars, like we worked on yesterday. Here goes the marker. One of those cute little retro stars. Those seem to be on everything. So I could probably put one. Maybe I could put one in orange or yellow. Maybe yellow. Maybe yellow. Let's do it right. Maybe like right here. We'll see what it looks like. It may not match. I don't know. It's going to be really hard to see it on camera, so you can definitely do it in white or anything like that. But just those little retro stars that we've made yesterday. Let's see. My white is cut so big, so we'll see. It's just a little retro. It's just a little retro star. Okay. So now I can attach all of my little transfers. So this is the cool part. So this is the nice part about making transfers is it's just so quick. It just moves much quicker than anything else. So for the rear view mirrors with the spider webs, I kind of want them to have a black outline. So I'm going to use black icing to attach them so that when I push them down, it will have this black outline. So I'm just going to drop in some black and not making it too much bigger than what they are. So probably need a little bit bigger. Remember, you're going to push it down, so you're going to squeeze some of that icing out. But so see how it kind of has that little black rim around it. So out here, must just be all the talking I'm doing this week, but woof, the throat sounds like frogs. Okay. It's so cute. It's so cute. All right, and then I'm going to put on the other ones not with black, just because it's going to be a little, I don't really want that to be that see-through. So let's use maybe purple. Yeah, use the purple. We're going to put on, I'm going to put on the, oh, where did my other, I just had those tweezers. Why did I put them away? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the rear view mirror in the windshield so I can get that on. So I just put a little bit of icing on the back and I'm going to then just set it right there. And I know on the image it has windshield wiper blades. I don't know if I want to do those. Maybe I will just to make sure that it you know that it's a windshield, but I think pretty much you can kind of guess it's a windshield. All right, so on these lights, I think I'm going to put them right here and right here. Yeah. And make sure that, okay, and then these little orange ones are going to go up here, just a little bit of icing. Just needs a tiny little bit. She's so cute. All right, I don't want to put the bat on quite yet, or the license plate, because I need to put the grill on. So I think I'm going to do the grill in lavender. Lavender is only because I'm going to do the dark or the yellow up there. So I think the lavender will be good down here. So that'll be cute. So the grill, if you want to look at it real quick, it just basically goes up and around, and then we have two lines coming down. So I'll keep that kind of near me. And it starts on the outside of the tire. It goes kind of up to where this little V kind of cuts down into. So it goes up to there and then over to the other tire. I don't really want to do too many lines. I really would like to do just one line with my icing. So my bag is cut a little small for that to be the case. So let me make sure. Yeah, that's a little bit bigger. I just wanted it a little bit thicker so it's not like an outline. It actually looks like a grill. Okay. So I'm just going to pipe this on and using that detail glaze so that I just have to do one time and it will stand up. It won't fall down, you know, all the things. And go ahead and do these two lines here. If you wanted to make the grill bigger, thicker, whatever, you definitely could. I just was going for something that looked, you know, a little like it was set up above it, right? All right. So now I'm going to stick my bat on. I am going to go ahead and put some icing on the back of him just because he is pretty fragile. And here's my biggest, or my like one of my biggest tips with this. So on the backs of transfers, just make sure that you put icing all over the transfer. It doesn't have to be like spread like glue, but I have glue even up on, or icing even up on those little like ears, basically, so that if it does break, if you're packaging or if you're putting it on, like if I'm putting it on right here and it does break, you have the ability to for it to stick on even if it breaks. Okay. So when I push him down, I like to go through each of these sections here and make sure that it has made contact with the cookie. You make transfers, and the bat yesterday was a good example that I did on the spooky vibes. If your transfer isn't completely flat, it's kind of curved a little bit, or it's not flat. When you go to attach that to your cookie, that little raised part will still be raised up. So make sure there's icing under that curved part, and then you can just carefully push a little bit. It will break the transfer, but it will put that part down flush with the cookie. And you really want to do that so that that part is not sticking up. Because when you go to package, when you go to, maybe set them on top of each other to put in the box, just make sure that that part has been glued down. Because if it hasn't been and it's up, it's going to break. It's just going to be in the bag. So if you go ahead and break it and push it down the cookie, you're not going to see the break because it's right there and it's going to be glued down to the cookie. So it doesn't matter if it kind of rubs off or whatever. So I will say with any of these transfers, I try to make sure that they're all down on the cookie. Okay. I love transfers, but sometimes they do come off. And sometimes if they're not down, they do break and then they come off and it's kind of frustrating. So all right, so our license plate, I'm going to put right there up in the front. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and put on some icing for glue. And then I'm going to try to do it with my tweezers, which might be funny because the tweezers are huge. Oh, that's where it's going to be. And that's the other thing. I mean, with transfers, please know that when you put it down, that's where it's going to be, right? Unless you get it quickly, this is where it's going to be. It's not going, you can't really reposition it unless you're going to pull off most of the cookie, right? Let's see. We do need to do the top, and that's so cute. Oh, what was I going to write boo in? Let's do dark purple. I feel like we need to write boo in dark because it's gonna be lost if you don't. So we're gonna write boo using detail glaze, or else you will not be able to read it. It will just look like 3 blobs. That's so cute. Okay. And you could outline, like, you know how you see things as you work through, like you could make a black outline around that license plate. That would be cute. I would have done that before I had attached it. It's really going to be hard to do that now. So I feel like I was going to do something else. Oh, the windshield wipers. I could probably draw them on, but I would like to put them on. Maybe we need dark purple windshield wipers. Or maybe lavender windshield wipers. I don't know. The lavender's cut a little too big. Let's do dark purple. Just do dark purple. All right. So the windshield wipers kind of angle this way. We should have just drawn on the we should have just drawn on the rearview mirror. If we're talking about if we're talking about being more aesthetically right drawing, painting that rearview mirror on probably would have been a little bit better, but that's okay. All right, so now the last thing we gotta put on is this little kind of line across the top of the van. I think this is dry enough. It may not be, it may sink down a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna do maybe 1 or 2 times. So I'm just gonna go across like this, and then I'm just gonna go back right up against that. So cute. Oh my gosh, so cute. It's our spooky van. It reminds me of like Scooby-Doo. Their van. Mystery van. Is that what it was called? I haven't watched Scooby-Doo in a long time, obviously. I know, isn't that so cute? So cute. All right, we did our spooky van. Here was our image, and here was our thing. The only thing I didn't do or that I changed is I didn't do the flowers for the lights, just because I felt like they were so small. So I did do standing sugar. Mystery machine. Thank you, Melissa. All right. So that's our day 5, our sweet little spooky Halloween retro van. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tomorrow we'll do our little peace sign. Super easy. Again, using transfers. This is going to be the thing for most of the month so that it just works a little bit better. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you have a great Thursday, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.